Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for another processing video. This is another layout that I made as a gift from my friend Kelsey. I'm actually gonna follow a sketch. Don't faint. Don't faint. It was hard for me. Seriously, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not normal. Sketches usually help people out, but I'm like, I wonder what the exact dimensions are. And, I'm like, let your type A nursing school go and just cut the doggone paper. So that's what I do, but I don't know. This was great because I got to use some of my scraps. This picture is of Kelsey, Travis, and little Caleb, and they were outdoors. I don't know if they were at a fall festival or what, but they have cornfields behind them. It must have been taken last year, so I just decided to pull out some of the same colors that I see. And Travis is a country boy, and I don't want to make things too girly, but I want to keep Kelsey in mind because she is a girl. And a sweet, pretty one at that. So anyway, I believe this is the last little bit of that chevron paper I had from a kit, and that camera paper over there is the last little scrap of that I have. So I use up my kits really well. I have to tattle on myself. So we get home from somewhere. We were out with friends, and so I had some wine or whatever. Well, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy, and so I go shopping online, and I bought some scrapbooking stuff, and that was after I told Eric I'd ease up a little bit, but apparently, I don't know, my endorphins were just going, and I felt really good. I'm like, he's not going to care. So there's new collections I need, you guys. I mean, there's just things I really want, and whatever helps me get through nursing school, and I'm in my last 8 weeks, I just need to stay happy. So anyway, he just kind of looked at me like, seriously, didn't we just talk? He wasn't mad, but he just was like, babe. I'm like, I'm sorry. I was under the influence. So not only should you not drink and drive, which we did not. We have teenagers. They came and picked us up, and we weren't drunk, but we were drinking. You should never drink and shop because you can justify any purchase that you want to. I know, but that's good sound advice, so take it. Anyway, I know I'm a hot mess, but you love me anyway. I actually we just started our last 8 weeks of nursing school. What happens is we have a 16-week semester, but we have an advanced course, so to speak. So instead of taking 16 weeks for one class, we break it up into 8 weeks. So like my first 8 weeks, I actually took 2 classes condensed in 8 weeks. And then this 8 weeks, I'm taking MedSurg 5, which is about the same amount of work, but it's only one class, but it covers, every system of your body. So you pretty much need to take that by itself. And it's hard, it's fast, it's acute. We're learning emergency care, not the chronic illnesses. We did that in our prior MedSurgs, so it's going back. And our instructor is just amazing. But my brain is completely fried, so I really need to scrapbook and just re-listen to lecture. And while I'm scrapbooking, because I'm relaxed, I'm not tense, and I just, I fiddle. I'm not fiddling, but I'm just having trouble following this layout because I forget to do a certain step and I have to take it off and redo it or reline something up. I don't know. Sketches. Some do well with them and some don't. And I'm one of the don'ts, but I'm still trying. Maybe I'll get better. But anyway, no, so I like to listen to lecture while I'm scrapbooking or cooking because I'm relaxed and I'm happy, or not as stressed as if I'm sitting there with a notebook in front of me. And then after I feel good and I'm chilled out, whether it's that same day or the next day, I'll pull out the PowerPoints that she went with. I listen to my lecture again, and then I write my notes from the lecture. And it's so I hear the lecture in class and I participate and I pre-read before class. But she doesn't want us writing a lot of notes. She wants us actually listening. And it's true because I find when I'm re-listening to the lecture, I'm like, I don't remember her saying that. I must have been writing something down. So it's good to re-listen because you always hear new things that you thought you paid attention to the whole lecture, and you did, but there's always things you hear fresh and you're like, wow, I don't remember that. And there's also things you hear them repeat multiple times. Star that stuff, because they're not forgetting that they said it. They're seeing who's paying attention, and they're giving you hints that is something you need to know and remember. So that's why I like to listen to lectures so many times. And then by the time I do it, I listen to it the second time with the notebook and the PowerPoints. It just solidifies it in my brain. So we'll see how it goes with MedSurg 5. It, my grades have really done better since doing that, but we'll just see how it goes. And then talking it out with my classmates really helps a lot. We meet once in a while, like before class, or stay for a minute after class, or we'll just talk over something during a break. And hearing other people's thoughts or viewpoints or how they remember it or explain it. Some make up a little mnemonic to help them remember, or some can just explain it better. It's like kids explaining something to each other better than an adult can explain it to a kid sometimes. Just works out better. It's the same concept. And so talking it out with your classmates really helps a lot. Helps you and it helps them. So anyway, this layout, I used a little bit of that acetate sheet. It had some trees on it, so I thought that would go nice. And then I'm using a few more tinier hexagons than the pattern called for, but I just kind of like how it turns out better. I had too many gold and cream ones cut out, and then I decided to go back to that scrap of the pink right here, and I'm cutting out some more. And because there's a lot of dark colors and green in here, the gold is nice, and there's not too much of it, and it has kind of a weathered leather look to it. You'll see when I hold it up later. And then, of course, I have wood grain in there for the boys, but I needed more pink, and I really like it a lot. So the pink's for you, Kelsey. I don't know if you're a big pink girl, but I couldn't make it so masculine because she's in there. So anyway, Kelsey and Travis got married not quite 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago, and it was just a couple of days before our final. I just love to tell the story. And she's like, when he proposed to me this summer, we made the date, but I wasn't thinking I should have made it the weekend in between our 2 8 weeks. And I'm like, you're right, because then we're done with finals and we haven't started our new class yet. And so she didn't. She made it the weekend prior to our finals. So she got married on Saturday, and we had finals Monday and Tuesday. And and Wednesday. Yeah, we had like ATI finals and the course finals, and finals are 60% of our grade. It's crazy. So you could walk in with an A in the class, bomb the final, and you fail the course, and you have to repeat it. It's crazy. Or it also can turn around and help you out too. If you're not doing so great in the course, but you really do well with the final, you can end up walking in failing the course, but walk out passing it because of that 60% final. So that's a lot of pressure. When you're studying and you're like, what do we study? And they're like, everything we went over and everything from class past, because they want us to pull everything forward. We can't learn and dump. We have to retain everything. So they'll pull fundamentals back in on us. They'll pull things that we haven't had in 2 or 3 semesters back in on us. So it's really quite nerve-wracking. And then knowing that it's 60% on top of that. So it's just, yeah, so that poor girl got married on on Saturday, studied on Sunday, no honeymoon yet, and we had finals. But now we're starting our last 8 weeks, and it's the most intense course yet that we've been given, and we're just trying to survive. But we'll make it together. Our class is tight, and definitely we'll do this together. This is like the 6th or 7th voiceover I've done this morning, so my voice is getting a little cracky. I'm sorry. I'm going to take a sip of coffee here. Oh, I got a good dew on that. I have my French vanilla creamer. Love it. I love my Keurig. That was one of the best things my mother-in-law and father-in-law bought it for us for Christmas one year, like maybe 2-3 years ago. Use it multiple times a day. We love it. And we just go to Sam's Club and get, Folgers coffee or whatever. But I have to have, for those of you who know Wawa, I go there and I buy their French vanilla creamer. Wawa is a gas station convenience store type thing, but it's very clean. They have food there. They make food there. They have this huge coffee bar with like at least 20 different kinds of coffees. And they do cold coffees and all this other stuff and anything possible, teas, honeys, whatever you think you might want to put in your coffees. It's just wonderful. But I got hooked on their French vanilla creamer and there is no substitute. So I travel with it even. But give a thumbs up if you love this page, or if you just love those faces because they're just adorable. But thanks again for watching. I hope I did the sketch justice. I'll talk to you later. Bye.